What are the reasons for the 49ers to feel optimistic going into next season, knowing that, I mean, they they did well last year, but they're the third best team in the NFC West as things stand right now.
I mean, I think the optimistic side has to feel like you had a good volume draft. Like there was a lot of guys in that draft, and that means the arrow's pointing up because the players get better, a lot better, usually from year one to year two. So it's year one to year two for a lot of these guys. West will be better, Collins will be better, James will be better, Watkins will be better. Mikael Williams should be a whole lot better. So yeah, I do think that there's the volume that they got in this last draft will give them 8 or 9 players that are young, cheap, and the arrow's pointing up as far as their production. So I think that benefits them. The fact that they got some good numbers out of last year's draft.
They still have a hell of a quarterback, whether or not, the contract is good or not. They have a hell of a quarterback. They have a hell of an offensive play caller. They have a really good special teams coach. They have a bunch of young players on defense who are ascending. I mean, Upton Stout looks good. Collins, like you said. I mean, let's look at it from not just the Niners perspective. The Rams. I mean, Matthew Stafford's getting a year older. He's year to year. He just had the best year of his career. Is he going to do it again? Devontae Adams was breaking down the entire season. What does he have left? And then the Seahawks. You just lost Clint Kubiak.
Witherspoon and JSN are scheduled for big money extensions, and they're
going to be on their third coordinator in 3 years under Mike McDonald. You lost Clint Kubiak. You could lose Kenneth Walker. You might get a good play caller to replace Kubiak, or you might get like Kevin Patullo or something. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, you got to feel good about the Rams just because Stafford is so much to them, and they don't have their, so how much longer is he going to play? A year, 2, maybe? I mean, I don't think he's got more than a couple of years left. He was good this year, but a lot of times NFL quarterbacks have their best year and then they're gone. I mean, look at Steve Young. Steve Young was on top of the football world, and then he was gone. He was retired. So I don't think Stafford's got too much left. So that's probably why you can feel good about the Rams. I think you can feel good about the Niners from the standpoint of, they did have a bunch of youth on defense that are probably going to be, better. Can be better. I mean, they'll be better. And they've got some good young DBs, I think, that are pretty good, that can get better. They got some youth there. But I mean, that's probably the only reason I'd feel good about the Niners. And Purdy, you've got Purdy set now. I don't think that you've got the quarter with Purdy and Jones. You have a very good situation at quarterback.
Yeah, and what's interesting about Purdy, I mean, think of him being so expensive because he makes $53 million a year on average. But this last year, his cap hit was $9.1 million. That was 3.2% of the cap. That's minuscule. And then this year, his cap hit is 24.7%, which is significant, but it's still 8% of the cap. It's less than 10%, which is the green zone for quarterbacks. Compare it to Darnold. Last year, his cap hit, or this past year, his cap hit was $13.4 million. That's 4.8%. That's a big reason the Seahawks just won the Super Bowl, because he was so good for so cheap. But this year, his cap hit is $37.9 million, which is 12.5% of the cap. That's huge. That's more than Purdy. So that's another reason to feel better about the 49ers. Like, this Seahawks team's going to be different next year. Way different.
No doubt. And also, hopefully you can build on the momentum of what you did last year in the draft. Maybe you can the Niners have to put together a really, really good draft. But also, I'll tell you the other reason to feel good about the Niners is the Niners last year had $103 million of dead cap, and they found a way to still win 12 games and win a playoff game with $103 million of dead cap. I believe it was second or third most dead cap of any team in pro football. This year, their dead cap number is way, way down. So they're going to have more talent on their football team this year because of that. So in a lot of ways, it was kind of amazing what they were able to accomplish. Now, granted, the schedule was part of it. Saleh was part of it. Jones, and how he played was part of it. But, yeah, I mean, that's why Shanahan at the beginning of the year was like, we'll see how we can hang above, keep our head above water and then get into the playoffs. Because I bet you he wasn't even thinking 12-5. I bet you he was thinking 10-7, something like that.